Hi everyone, this is Hui. Welcome back to this channel. Hope you are doing well. In today's video, I'm going to play method swizzling. As we know, the Objective-C's exception handling is not that good. For example, I write some code. I create a nice URL. apple.com. And I print it. And here is making request over the network. I will leave this part. As you can see, everything is fine. I will add more things here. Add it. It's still print correct. But if I change this it to a special character like add, and now you can see the URL is null because we didn't do any special encoding. So the problem is if we make a network request, it would be failed. But Objective-C doesn't give us any hints because, as I mentioned, the Objective-C's exception handling is not that good. We might have a situation like this. The code can pass your local machine, and it also can pass your simulator. Then you may feel everything is working. Then you upload this code. But finally, you created a problem for the app. Then let's think about how to handle this issue. Maybe we can do like this. We can check if URL is new. Then move this code to here. Of course, you can handle it by if URL is new. But think about if your whole project is writing like this, that would be a very troublesome thing. Then, is there any other options? Sure. If URL with a string is not enough, we can use category to add more features. Then I'm going to create a category. And here I type URL. Create in the same folder. So basic thinking is to rewrite URL with string. But how to create this? If we do the same thing, then we meet this problem again. What should we do? Delete this. Try super. But where the super goes? We go to definition. The super is a nice object. We don't know how Apple implements this, so this way is not working. We have to think of something else. Create a new method. FW URL with string. And that's string. Then we add the implementation. What I'm writing here, I'm using default URL with string. URL with string. Then I write if URL is new, then let's log. Print this guy is empty. Then return URL. So doing like this. Then I go back to view controller, cut this code, and paste it here. I also have to import header file. And here I shouldn't use URL with a string. I need to use fw URL with a string. And I type www.apple.com/add. Try it. Yeah, it printed. This guy is empty. It seems that we have solved the problem, but it's not a perfect solution, because you have to import this header file everywhere, and you have to use fw URL with string anywhere. It's troublesome still. I'd like to still use the default one. Even PCH can help you to import the header files, but it's still not a perfect solution. I would like to solve the problem without touch the existing code. So it's time to use runtime, the method swizzling. First of all, we need to import objc message.h. What do we hope for? We hope when we call default URL with a string, it's actually call this function. With Objective-C, we cannot do that. It's definitely impossible in Objective-C, but it's possible with runtime. In runtime, there is a function called method exchange. What it is? It's better to draw a picture. On the left side is the method name. On the right side is the implementation. I mark it to another color. By default, the method on the left corresponds to the implementation on the right. I move top line to bottom. Then I move bottom line to top. It means when you call default URL with string, it will looking for fw URL with string. Alright, and now we go back to the code. Play runtime method exchange. I'm going to play runtime, but why here is the message? Let me jump to definition. C, because it includes runtime already. So import the message is enough. We come to here, type method. There is a method called method exchange. This is the function to exchange methods. Okay, I delete this. But how to get the methods? There is another function called class get class method. There are also two parameters. The first one is a class type. The second one is cell type. Since it has a class method, is there any instance method? There is another function called class get instance method. It's same, two parameters. The first one is class. The second one is cell. We are almost ready, so next step is to implement this. What should we do first? So first we need to get the default URL with a string. And second, we need to get fw URL with string. But there is a new question. Where is the right place we exchange them? Should we add an exchange before this line? But we don't know when you call this default URL with string. It's even possible to call it in app delegate. There will be a requirement you send a network request as soon as you enter app delegate. It's entirely possible. So let's think about who was the very first method is called. Its main function is the very first one. Maybe. Why not I add a log? And next, here is another method called load. I also add a log here. Load is coming. Let's see who is the very first. Try it. Load is coming, main is coming. Interesting. Load is coming is the first one. We acknowledge that the main function should be always first one. How come? When app start, it should call the main function first. That is true. But who called this main function? The system. It should be like this. But what's this load function meaning? It means load resources. We can go to the settings, build phases, compile sources. All the needed sources will be loaded here. If we delete this file and try again. Now you can see, main is coming, load is not printed. So the workflow is that the app will load all the resources first. Then it calls main function. Since load function is coming first, then we can put our method exchange to here. Implement method exchange here. Now we can start the runtime method exchange. So first, we're going to get two methods using class get a class method, NSURL class using default URL with a string. It will return a message. What type it is? It's a struct. And next, we can use the same way to get another method. So class get class method, NSURL selector. Here should be FWURL with a string. Return message FWURL with string. The last step, method exchange. Copy URL with string to the first one and copy FWURL with string to the second parameter. That's it. Let's guess if it works. Run the code. Yeah, it comes. We didn't touch any existing code, but we made it happen. Let's try if it's really working. But seems it stopped here. Why? Oh no, we meet an endless loop. It's a recursion. Let's double check why it happens. In the very beginning, the load method is called. The methods exchanged. And the next, go to view controller. It called default URL with string. The default one, we are looking for the implementation of FWURL with string. But the implementation of FWURL with string is looking for default URL with string. So it comes to here based on this picture. But this line, when it calls default URL with string, it will looking for FWURL with string again. Then this function will call default URL with string again, over and over. But what we really want to call is default URL with string. So here we should write FWURL with string. If you are not familiar with runtime, you will be crazy. Let's try the code. You can see this guy is empty, the log is printed, the workflow back to normal, everything is okay. So this part is very important. we'd better to write the descriptions here when we are working. That's it. What we have accomplished today. We modified a method without major changes to the project. You can use the same way to modify other methods as well. There are many similar requirements in the real projects. If you're doing this, there is no coupling at all. Alright everyone, that's gonna be for today's video. Hope you enjoy it. See you in next one.